It is really coming down out there. 2 feet of snow and counting. It's officially a snow day in Boston, with the storm forcing school cancellations across the state. For you hockey fans, tonight's Bruins-Florida Panthers game is still on for now. So, kids, if you got homework to do, but still want to catch some hockey, why not do both? Let's make this the best snow day ever. And away we go, transporting into a snow globe of Boston, a city rich in history with famous landmarks that make this place so unique. And right in the middle of it all, TD Garden, the site of tonight's matchup between the Boston Bruins and the Florida Panthers. We're going to watch some hockey, we're going to have some fun, and we're going to learn a little bit along the way how math and science are related to the game. So are you ready for the best snow day ever? We are. Let's do this. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's me, Adam Pellerin, alongside Stanley Cup champion Andrew Ference. Andrew, look around you. How cool is this?
This truly is the best snow day ever. We've got a frozen frog pond to watch the Bruins and the Panthers. We've got Old Ironsides. We've got the State House. We've got a carousel. We've got everything. This day is going to be amazing.
It's going to be so cool. And look, I understand if you're a kid home from school, you don't want to be thinking about schoolwork. But I got to tell you, math and science, it's everywhere in the game of hockey. STEM, it stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. And it can be fun when told through the game. And we're going to do that along with some help from Bruins players and Blades, the mascot, who I've seen him sledding, skating, doing just about everything on this snow day.
He's having the time of his life. He's in a snowball fight right now. We are going to watch players smashing into each other. We're going to watch him take booming slap shots and, of course, zip around the ice so fast because they're such good skaters. There's a ton of math and science in this game, and it's all pretty great. Let's do it.
And as you might expect, we have snowy conditions here in Boston. Of course, they're playing on an ice surface, and we all know that water freezes at a temperature of 32 degrees Fahrenheit, but the National Hockey League keeps its ice 10 degrees colder, 22 degrees Fahrenheit. And we've seen David Pastrnak and what he can do on the ice. Pasta's always cooking, but if you want to cook actual pasta, you have to boil water. And water boils at a temperature of 212 degrees Fahrenheit, Andrew.
Well, Adam, I'm from a beautiful country up north called Canada, and fun fact for you, we measure temperature in Celsius. So if I'm going to boil the same water, I got to go at 100 degrees Celsius. And if I want to freeze that ice, it's 0 degrees Celsius. So I guess there's a little science for all of us today.
Absolutely. We're going to learn. We're going to have some fun doing it as well. And, of course, cheer on the Boston Bruins. Oh, a lot of sledding going on. The puck people are fired up. So are we. We'll have hockey after the break. But first, here are the Bruins telling us about their ideal snow day.
The snow is right fresh. You can make a lot of snowballs. Have a little snowball war.
Building a snowman or igloo, with my parents if they could stay at home that day. Just gonna be outside, play outside in the snow. Or sometimes when we're available, it was really cold, to be able to skate on a pond close to our house. That was my favorite part.
I love going outside, having snowball fights, building snowmen, any type of snow fort, just being outside all day and getting my nose cold.
Hey now, you gotta give me some of that. I should have thought about that when I had the Stanley Cup. I would have filled it up with hot chocolate. That was a great idea.
All right, we are underway at TD Garden. Best snow day ever as the Bruins and Panthers do battle. That's Mason Lowry handling behind the net. And Sam Reinhart and Pavel Zacha in a battle. And we have our first whistle of the game as the Bruins and Panthers face off in the Bruins' end. And there's a shot and a goal for the Panthers.
Our first look at the snow cannons going off because we had a cannon from the point.
And so the Bruins down early It's Kulikov with the goal.
Oh, poor Blades in the fetal position. That's a tough start.
Yeah, Blade's not happy. The Panthers with that face-off win and a great shot by Dmitry Kulikov to give Florida the early lead in the first period for Kulikov. It's his 4th goal of the year.
I don't know how hard it was, but we call that a rocket.
Certainly was. The defenseman for the Panthers firing a shot past Jeremy Swayman. So Florida with the early lead, and they have possession once again. Anton Lundell back out to Mikkola. That shot's deflected and goes out of play. Take a look at the lighthouse in the background there. The USS, take a look at the famous Bobby Orr statue. Weighs 800 pounds. The real Bobby Orr weighed about 200 pounds when he played, which means that the statue weighs over 4 times as much as Bobby Orr himself. But I can tell you the statue does not move like Bobby Orr did on the ice.
Does not move, and that's probably about the amount of weight he had on his shoulders carrying that team around to win that Stanley Cup. He was their star player and one of the best defensemen of all time.
Now, he's met.
In the background, Adam, you can hear a lot of chatter, a lot of yelling and talking amongst the players. There's a lot of communication on the ice to let a player know when you're open for a pass or if they're about to get hit, to give them a little heads up. That's what you're hearing in the background.
So the Panthers once again able to kill off the Bruins power play. The Bruins retain possession here. That shot goes wide, comes all the way out. There's Patrick Brown, played his college hockey at Boston College. Down the road, Chestnut Hill, beautiful area in the city. Another shot saved by Bobrovsky, turned aside. Comes out to Andrew Peak. Another save by Bobrovsky, so.
Defense!
Defense! They gotta take command here. Hey, look at Blades. He's gotta shovel out his spot. There's the Zamboni, so he's gonna drive away. But check out what he does. He's gotta put a lawn chair there. Because in South Boston, you dig out your spot, you put in the work, you put a lawn chair in there so nobody else parks there. And in science, work happens when you use force to move something a certain distance. And Blade was putting in the work when he shoveled out the snow. And time saves for the Bruins to keep this a 1-goal game. There's another look at the work by the Bruins goaltender. The save on Anton Lundell. It's 1-0 here in Boston. You're watching the best snow day ever.
It goes way back. Sweden and Norway competed in sledding back in the 15th century, and nowadays practice luge, bobsled, skeleton. Go win a gold medal for your country.
There you go. If you don't feel like lacing up the skates, just get on the sled. Work on your craft as we go up Beacon Hill, up the street, puck people. Little step behind the net, comes back out to Geeky. Geeky. David Pastrnak knocks it down. Elias Lindholm. And then David Pastrnak scores from Casey Middlestat. And it's 2-1. Bruins cut the lead in half. A lot of time in the Panthers' end, and so they're putting the press on as Mason Lowry scores. The snow cannons go off, and the Bruins tie things up at 2. back out. Back around to Pastrnak. Pastrnak centers it. Pavel Zacha scores! Pavel Zacha!
Seconds here to hold the lead and see the Bruins come out victorious. A pretty special night.
Yeah, somebody must have moved Blade's lawn chair in his spot because take exception to that. South Boston. You're gonna pay for it. All right, 3 seconds to go. We have a face-off, and the Bruins hold on to win. 3-2 your final. What a comeback by the black and gold on this best snow day ever. Welcome back. Adam Pellerin, Andrew Ference with you. I hope you had a great time. It was a great game here at TD Garden where the Bruins end up coming back down 2-0 to win it 3-2, Andrew. And man, what a great time this was here.
That was absolutely incredible. You know, we learned a thing or two about math, science, Boston, all these different things, but we learned a thing or two about a comeback win. That was incredible. The determination of the Bruins tonight was absolutely awesome.
No, it was awesome. David Pastrnak, Mason Lohrei, Pavel Zacha, the goal scorers in the third period. And yes, we learned a lot about STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, and how it applies to the game of hockey, skate speed, puck speed, the dimensions of the rink. And we learned a lot about the history of Boston, so it was a good time. And I gotta say, man, you look great. You're very handsome.
I had an absolute blast. I love it here. I want to come back to the Frog Pond one day and do more of this, and especially if we see a game like that. It was a pleasure being here today.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd say I was very handsome too. I didn't get that back from me, but that's okay. I like how my beard looks. You can't. And Blades, where's Blades at? Where's my guy Blades? Is he around? Where'd he go? Did he leave us?
He's just not stopping cheering right next to me here and just going nuts all
I
night.
love Blades. He's my guy. We had a great time. Thanks for joining us here on the best snow day ever. For Andrew Ference, I'm Adam Pellerin. We'll see you around the city of Boston.